Hey everyone, so I am going to be doing a meal prep today. We are cooking a lot of things like fried rice, jollof rice. We're going to be making lasagna. We're going to be making two different Nigerian soups, vegetable soup and okra soup. We're going to be making moi moi, yes, and we are going to be making barbecue chicken. Right, so those are the things. Okay, so let's begin. We don't have time, okay? All right. So here I have some of the things that I'm going to be using. I have my meat all set out. I'm going to be cooking all these things just in a minute. And then I have already going on the stove here, uh, you know, my tomatoes and peppers for jollof rice, right? Because I froze them earlier. And so, yeah, I have to like get all the water out. So I'm cooking them as opposed to roasting them in the oven. I just don't have time. It's going to take longer if I try to roast them in the oven. So what I'm going to do right now is we need to just sieve out this water a little bit. We don't need all those water. All right, my wonderful people, let's begin the cooking. So yeah, I am here boiling, like I told you, the tomatoes that I'm going to be using to make jollof sauce, okay? To make the sauce that we're going to be using for our jollof rice. But also I'm getting all the meat started. I have some goat meat going on in the pressure cooker, with some tripe because those ones are usually very hard. But you can see the turkey is done, and now I will transfer it into the oven to, kind of crunch up a little bit and brown up. I don't like eating meat that is too soft. I like it to be a little bit like crunchy on the outside, but also retain some juiciness, in the inside. So that's what I do when I finish steaming or boiling the meat to make broth. Then I transfer to the oven just to, get it to like grill a little bit. And so after that, I will go ahead and blend, the tomato and peppers with a lot of garlic. Yes, garlic is very important for your basically for almost everything you make it well, except for Nigerian soup, so we don't use garlic. And so on the side, I am also boiling, eggs that I'm going to be using to make moi moi. Yes, we are making moi moi too. You're going to be seeing that shortly. And yeah, so while I get ready to fry the sauce, I will start also to season or marinate, the meat, the chicken thighs that I'm going to be using for barbecue chicken. So to do that, I'm using like some herbs and spices together with some barbecue sauce. And I'll just turn it and, set it aside to marinate somewhere in the fridge.
Easy come and easy go.
So the jollof sauce, okay, is in the process. I want to give you this tip whenever you're making like sausages and stews and any recipe that requires you to saute your onion, okay, in some oil. Please allow the onion to fry in that oil until they start to caramelize at the sides, like start to brown around the side of the pan. Do you know what that does? It makes your oil very flavorful. It adds a lot of flavor to the sauce or to the dish you're making. You have to allow it. Whether you're making pasta, whether you're making jollof, tomato stew, whatever it is that requires you to fry onion or saute onion in some oil, please do that until you notice that the onions start to caramelize. Caramelize means they start to burn a little bit around the edges of the pan. That is when you now add other things. It makes your oil, the oil you are cooking with, to be very, very flavorful. And so to this jollof rice, I am going to be adding some coconut milk. Yes, I just love the taste of coconut milk in my jollof rice. So whenever I can, I usually add it.
Loved by you, and calm the storms, whether short or long. Well, I'll still be right where you are. I guess you could call it chance.
Okay, so as you can see, my stove is really very busy. So the jollof rice is going on in the big pot, and I used the other smaller pot, which I just put down right now, to boil my lasagna sheets. Okay, and right now on the pan, I'm getting ready to make the meat and tomato sauce that I'm going to be using for making lasagna. Yeah. So yeah, my jollof rice is almost done. I had to serve my family dinner from the jollof rice, and everybody was coming back for more. It was a hit, right? My jollof rice is always a hit. Anyway, so for this meat sauce that I'm making for the lasagna, what you need is some olive oil to fry your onions, like I told you. Okay, and then you add minced beef, and then you add some garlic. You have to add also things like black pepper, salt, and any other herb of your choice or seasoning. I also add what is it called, Italian mixed seasoning, mixed Italian seasoning. Okay, and then you also need to add your tomato sauce. Okay, so I usually buy the big marinara sauce from Costco. Those ones already have some herbs, blended together in them. If you don't have a place where you can buy those ones, you can simply make your own marinara sauce by roasting some tomato and peppers with some herbs in your oven and blending them to a puree. Okay, so and then in addition you have to add some cooking wine. I used cooking white wine and chicken broth. Okay, now people usually add you know either chicken broth or cooking wine. But if you're like me, why not do a little bit of both? Okay, yeah. And finally, to top everything off, I will put some nicely chopped parsley, and the sauce is done. I'll set that aside and wait for it to cool down because we are going to be layering this together with our lasagna sheets and our bechamel sauce. Which really what I have is a replacement for the bechamel sauce because it takes time to make that. What I have for that is a mixture of cheese. You're going to see that shortly. Meanwhile, on the side, while all this were going on, you could see that I had also, blended some okra in my food processor. I didn't really blend it. I kind of chopped it coarsely, yeah. And then I'm making okra soup in this pot right here. But I'm also alongside, at the same time, blending the beans that I had already like washed by myself and peeled the skin from it, and I'm blending that in my blender because we are going to be using that to make our beautiful moi moi cups. Okay.
Don't wait for me, honey. Don't wait, 'cause I'm always heading your way.
So at this point, a lot of things are already ready, as you can see, right? It's time to start, layering the lasagna because we're going to be transferring all those things into the oven. So for my cheese sauce, I'm using or cheese mixture, okay? I'm using ricotta cheese, shredded cheddar, and then I had like one or two slices of Swiss cheese in my fridge. I also added that because I didn't want to waste it. Nobody was going to eat that, so I just kind of uh, broke it up into smaller pieces with my hands, and I mixed everything together. A little salt, one egg, and then some chopped parsley as well. And so what you just want to do is to layer one after the other. Okay, so some meat sauce, your lasagna sheets, your cheese, meat sauce, lasagna cheese in that order. And after everything, I kind of sprinkle some grated parmesan, just a little bit on top of it, so that everything can just melt together in the oven. All right. Okay, so okra soup is done, jollof rice is done, lasagna is in the oven. Let's make more. Okay, so I already blended my beans, and these are I'm making cups that I bought from Amazon. Okay, so technically it's usually used for making souffle and what's the other one? Chocolate lava cakes. but I thought it's going to be a nice, elegant, container for making moi moi. So, yeah. So basically, you need to oil the containers, whatever you're using, okay? Except when you're using, for example, leaves, you don't need to oil that, or you're using plastic bags. But yeah, so this is the best, okay? I think it's healthy and it's very beautiful. Let's oil our cups.
Later on in the night, when the crowds have gone.
So I still have like two left, and then we still have some more here. So I'm going to put those ones in a foil and boil them in another pot. Okay, guys. So, whew, my next. Anyway, so this one pot of moi moi is done. Our lasagna is done. Can you see that? We have the other pot. It will soon be done. Of moi moi, and I have barbecue chicken in the oven, going on in the oven. The one you saw me when I was like kind of putting the marinade. So yeah, it's in the oven. So now what I want to do, I want to prepare like prep my chicken for sweet and sour chicken. Yeah, I'm going to be making sweet and sour chicken. So yeah, sweet and sour chicken sauce. Sweet and sour sauce with chicken. I don't know. Yeah, something like that. Sweet and sour chicken. Okay, so we usually eat it with rice. Um, yeah, steamed rice, steamed jasmine rice or Chinese rice. It's very yummy. Okay, that's what I'm going to. I will prepare the chicken thighs. So I cut out the bones. I'm using just the flesh and the meat without the bones. So I've chopped them. Where is it? Here. I've chopped them into small pieces. So I'm going to be soaking these in a mixture of flour, corn flour, egg, and some water. And I'll just set that aside, right? And then I'll go and prep my vegetables for making vegetable soup. So to make the sweet and sour chicken, you need to make a batter for your chicken thighs, okay? I have chicken thighs cut into smaller pieces. And then to do the batter, what I need to mix is 1 cup of flour, a cup of cornstarch. You don't have to use a cup if you don't want. Like a little goes a long way anyway. So cornstarch, 1 egg, and cold water that I took from the fridge. Mix this, okay, put some salt inside there as well. Mix it together very well, and then coat it properly with the chicken thighs you cut into small pieces, and set that aside. Okay, so right now I am making the rice that we are going to be using to make fried rice. That is what you see. So that water contains some chicken broth and not chicken broth, turkey broth, turkey broth, and a couple of spices as well. So, and on the side here is also the pots that we're going to be using for our vegetable soup going on. Right there, you see me taking away the barbecue chicken. It's all done, and I'm packing those in my glass food container.
Radio up and the blinds pulled down. You love it when nobody's around. I wanna call out round town, but you bite my lip, don't make a sound. I'll be damned if I'm leaving without you. So give me a minute to catch my breath. Take what's yours, I'll take what's left. I'm used to coming out second best. Always fail to pass the test. I'll be damned if I'm leaving without you.
Everything is changing. So tired. So right now we have jollof, barbecue chicken, okra soup, moi moi, um, lasagna. Okay, those are the things we have ready. So I've already boiled the rice that I'm going to be using to make fried rice. So I will soon make that. Oh, and we have vegetable soup as well. Okay, so yeah, what I'm going to be doing now is to make meatballs, chicken meatballs. I'm going to be using it for pasta, but not today. I'll make the chief, I'll prepare the meatballs and keep them in the freezer for when I need them. I will, yeah. I feel like I want to keep the pasta fresh, because I'm going to be using some cooking cream and stuff. I don't want to freeze it. So yeah, I'll be making only the meatballs, and then we are going to be left with the last one, which is the sweet and sour sauce.
So it's time to make the chicken meatballs. We are going to be using this in the future for chicken meatballs pasta. Okay, so what I need, or what you need, okay, if you want to make this, is some chicken breast which we are going to blend in your blender, please, without the skin, no skin here. Okay, and then you add some breadcrumbs. I'm using Italian breadcrumbs. You can use Japanese panko if you like, but Italian breadcrumbs have some herbs mixed in, and I like it that way. And then some cumin powder, salt, black pepper, one egg, which is going to hold everything together when you make those balls. It's not going to disintegrate when you start frying them, okay? All right, so you mix everything together and you make the balls exactly like I've made them. That's what you're going to be frying in a very, like, just basically like lightly, coat your pan with some oil, and then just fry on both sides, okay, till the meatballs are done. On the side also, as you can see, I am frying the battered chicken that I kept, before I set aside earlier on. That's what I'm deep frying in that oil. We are going to be using that to make the sweet and sour chicken. Okay. Now, on this larger pan, on this side, this paler pan to your right, I don't know, what is it, to your right now or to your left on the screen? I think it's to your right. Yes. So what I'm going to be making here is our fried rice. I had already like boiled my rice that I was going to use in meat stock with a little bit of seasoning, and that is what we're going to be frying here together with some mixed vegetables. Guys, I find that I use frozen mixed vegetables. They'd already been cut for me. Okay, I mean, you can cut yours if you want, but I feel like the older I grow, the more I want to save time. There is no award for suffering, okay? All right, so if something is going to make something easier for you, please, by all means, do it if you can afford it, okay? If you are able to. Please do it and save yourself some stress, okay? So, yeah, I'm using frozen mixed vegetables to make this fried rice, okay? There are sweet corn, there is a carrot, green beans, and peas, and I also have some of my green pepper, all right? So, see that rice? Look how beautiful it is. It tastes as beautiful as it looks, okay?
On the road, I've been away for far too long, but now I'm on my way back home. I hear the west winds calling.
So everyone, I am winning right now. The final thing to be made is the sweet and sour sauce. Look at I've listed, I think you can see it on your screen, the ingredients for making the things that you need for the sauce, okay? They are all there. Just mix everything together, and then you go to a pan, put your onion, put onion in olive oil, okay? Or sesame oil. Some people like to use sesame oil, but I think sesame is too strong. Use olive oil, okay? Saute some onion and shallot in that, and then you add peppers, you know cut really big, like this one, not too finely chopped, and then you add that sauce you just mixed, and you add your fried chicken and coat everything together. Taste for salt and pepper, and you are done. So look at that, everyone. I think I finished this around 4 a.m. I started before 5 p.m. the other day, and I finished around 4 a.m. It's not easy. So this food typically lasts for, especially the soup. The soup lasts for usually 1 month because we don't eat it every day, right? The others, they like the rice. They always finish quickly because they are usually in the ordinary fridge, not in the freezer. But every other thing goes into the freezer, and we just eat it for as long as we want. Usually, sometimes 3 weeks. If I make more, it can last for like 2 months. I'm telling you honestly, but I think this one was just is shortly below 1 month, but it kind of makes me for the next 2 weeks. I'm not worrying about what to cook or what to make for dinner and all of that.
So guys, I am through. I am finally through. Look at my face looking like what I've been through. But I'm very happy. Anyway, I'm going to pack up now. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video, okay? And share, comment in the comment section, and I'll see you in my next video. All right? Bye.
You will always be